Well, good afternoon. I'm back again, and today, my thought for today is about how we as humans lack predictability and certainty. Now, some of us, we're all different, but some of us need a lot more stability and predictability in our lives. Other people like a lot of variety. But basically, as humans, we do need a certain amount of predictability. We do need to know, for example, that the floor is not going to move on us or the sky is not going to fall on our head. There are certain things that we really need to be predictable. And that's why it's so traumatic, for example, when people undergo the experience of being in an earthquake, because nobody expects the walls and the floor to move. So I once went to a workshop and they spoke about our need for predictability and stability. And they likened it to a spider that attaches itself with its web. All right? This web is attached to itself in all different places. Okay? It attaches and it can withstand an enormous amount of pressure, despite the delicate nature of a spider's web. But it's attached. And this keeps the spider safe and it keeps the spider stable. But what happens is sometimes a fox runs through the spider web. And what happens? It breaks that attachment and the spider is now hanging. What does the spider actually do? Well, I guess it hangs for a while, but afterwards, the spider respins its web and will reattach to gain stability and predictability again. Okay, so how does that apply to you and I today? Well, if you think about it, with COVID-19, we've had a lot of the world turned upside down. And maybe some of our attachments in life have been changed or broken down or look very insecure. Many of us are cut off from our families. Many of us have jobs that we've now been retrenched or our own business has gone down the tubes. So we've lost some of our attachments and predictability in life. But what we need to do, perhaps it will help just to understand that if we are facing difficulties emotionally and mentally, that it is normal because we're actually hanging. There are so many things going on that make life right now highly unpredictable. So we have no certainty on many different levels. But what we need to know is that as humans are creative, humans are resourceful. And in order to continue with life, because life is unpredictable generally anyway, we lose people in death, relationships change, jobs change. And each of those changes make us hang and feel totally out of control. But the point is that at some stage, we have to reconnect to life. So when change happens, our life might never be the same again. But it doesn't mean that our life has ended. It means we need to look at how we can reattach, how we reattach to something else. For some, it might be finding a new career. For those of us during lockdown, it might be connecting to others through the use of technology, through social media, through Zoom chat rooms, through Skype. We need to find ways to reconnect to life. So I hope that this is helpful to you. You know, many people don't reconnect. I met someone a little while ago, and she told me how her husband had died 10 years ago, and how they had immigrated here to South Africa, to Cape Town, and how they just got here and he died. But she's still totally out of control and can't find her footing. And I was able to draw her a little picture of a spider and the connections. So she had a fox go through her spider web when her husband died. But it's really time for her to consider reconnecting. So there is the grieving period, and we're not saying that people must snap out of their feelings. One's feelings are there to be honored. Emotions are there for a purpose. But at some stage in life, we need to realize that we actually have to reconnect and form new attachments. And sometimes those new attachments could even be better than what we had. They'll be different. Life will be different. It will never be the same again once a spider's web has been broken. But the spider doesn't just stay there. The spider reconnects to life. So that is my message for today. I hope that helps you, first of all, to understand why some of us are feeling jittery and we're feeling stressed and anxious because a fox has gone through our spider web. But ultimately, you and I, after a period of time, are going to find ways to reconnect. I hope that that's helpful to you, and that's my thought for today. Anyway, you have a fabulous day further. Try to stay safe, try to stay sane, and look at what is the type of person I want to be during this lockdown period. So take the time, honor your feelings, and stay safe. Right you are. See you again soon. Bye.